We're so glad that you are watching some of our videos. This one we call Understanding the Widow's Brain. Now, from the moment that you learn and understand that your husband has died, a very complicated long-term process begins in your brain. Your brain is this fantastic part of your body. It has the built-in ability to automatically remap, or you might think of it as rewire itself, following the loss of your husband. The remapping of your brain will occur following the loss of any important person in your life. The remapping of your brain will occur following the loss of any important person in your life. Consider the number of months and years spent together, the closeness of your relationship, and the volume of shared experiences. Well, all those things influence the size of the remapping process your brain is taking on. It follows that losing a husband might start the biggest brain remap you will ever experience. The neurological, biological processes here, well, they're pretty complex. So I'm just going to share a very limited explanation. The process, in essence, means that your brain is going to edit, not erase, but edit all the memories involving you and your husband. And it'll do that by recognizing the reality that you can no longer have two-way communication with him, that you don't know exactly where he is, and that you don't have the opportunity to actually be in his presence anymore. That's what your brain is remapping. It is vital to clarify that the remapping process is not about forgetting. The experiences you shared with your husband, they're not erased during remapping. Your memory will essentially be left intact. Listen, you are not going to forget your husband. I know I've been repeating that several times. And your personal and emotional connection to your husband remains with you. By the way, there's no reason to stop talking to or writing to your husband. In fact, talking to him as though he can hear you, or writing to him as though you could send him a letter or an email, is perfectly fine. And in my personal and professional experience, I find it to be very healthy. We encourage it with our widow retreat ladies. This sort of one-way communication may also help you identify and process the many feelings related to your loss. This sort of one-way communication may also help you identify and process the many feelings related to your loss. You might even imagine how your husband would respond to what you've said or written to him. At the same time, it is crucial to acknowledge that your husband has died and is not able to return. Anne-Marie and I find it very important to acknowledge these realizations openly and verbally. We call this leaning into the emotional pain of the loss. Now, be aware that it may take a while before you can allow yourself to lean into your grief like this. You see, there are no predictable timelines for the grieving process. While your brain is going through this massive remapping process, you are most likely going to experience what we call grief brain or widow brain. Your grieving brain may be challenged to accomplish the simplest of tasks. You might lose track of time, I know I did, experiencing a lot of forgetfulness, and you may struggle just staying with a conversation. These experiences are very normal, and they don't mean something is wrong with your brain. People tell us they often feel like, I'm losing my mind. But we assure you, you are not losing your mind. Your brain is simply busy doing other things right now, so you aren't able to operate at full capacity. Grieving people think and process slower than they would normally. Anne-Marie likes to tell people that you're not playing with a full deck right now, and that's true. It's not meant to be mean, it's true. So try to be kind to yourself by keeping your expectations low. Think for a moment. Suppose you suffered an accident that caused multiple serious injuries. You would be recovering and slow for quite a while, wouldn't you? Well, try then to imagine just how complex it is for your brain to functionally heal following the devastating and disorienting loss of your husband. It's not a traumatic physical injury, but it is a traumatic emotional injury. Since we can't see it, we think it shouldn't trouble us. And many times people around us think that too. And that's not fair. Be gracious to yourself, my friend. How can you help your brain? Well, first get plenty of sleep, because a lot of that happens while you were sleeping. If you are struggling with sleep, we recommend visiting your primary care physician to see how he or she might be able to assist you. Now, drop any responsibilities where you can. You just can't do everything you used to do right now. And if you do important work that can't have mistakes, get someone to check your work. As we have said before, give yourself grace and laugh at yourself when you do the foolish things, like drive away from the gas station with the pump nozzle still in your car, or leave your keys in the refrigerator, or the ice cream in the cupboard. Remember, our favorite thing to do is help widows and find hope and healing through our unique widow retreats. If you're stuck or need help with your grief, please check out all the details on our website. And as always, thank you for watching our video today.